Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, or welcome if you're new. I'm Cora and today I am back with another CC collection video. I'm gonna showcase all of the tops, bottoms and full body wear that I have in game for my toddlers currently. As always, I put numbers in the video so it should be fairly easy to find what you like and download it. Links to everything are in the description down below if you're looking for them. Also, as always, I'm not gonna re-upload these as a zip file because it's against CC creators TOUs, so we won't be doing any of that. But you know, I put in all of the categories, so tops, bottoms and full body, and then numbers for all of the items, so you can just find whatever you like and you don't have to download every single thing because there's probably stuff that not everyone enjoys, and that's fair enough. We're gonna be here for a while, so you know, I like to say this at the beginning of these videos: grab a drink, grab a whole meal. It's gonna take a while, so you know, you might as well have dinner or something watching this, or grab a drink, something nice, sit back, relax, let's just, you know, talk about random stuff. And yeah, it's like 215 links that we're gonna go through, or 215 items that we're gonna go through today. I have been working on this video all day. It's been taking me forever to put together, but I didn't want to exclude any of these because originally I planned on only doing tops because I didn't know how many tops I had. But it turned out I only have like around 70 tops, I think, and I thought, okay, we can do bottoms as well. And then I was like, now I kind of have to do full body wear as well because otherwise it would be incomplete. So tops, bottoms and full body outfits are all included. And yeah, like as you can imagine, I'm just pooped after doing all of that today. I'm also gonna play Among Us for the first time ever today. I know, like, it's been a trend like a year ago, maybe even longer. And I don't know, it's just kind of gone past me. Yeah, I don't even know how that happened because I play so many different games. There's literally so many different games that I have played from different genres. When it came out, it initially didn't seem that fun to me. Also, it seemed like people played it in like big friend groups, and I don't have that. Especially not when it has to be people who game. So it was kind of, you know, nothing that I consider playing, but now me and a few friends are gonna play tonight, and I'm actually kind of excited for it. I don't know, I don't really know too much about it. I know like a few things. Also, sorry if I keep like having to, I don't know what that is even called if you go what's that called? There's a word for it, I'm sure, but only know the German word right now. And yeah, I've talked a lot earlier, so that would be why. I'm like, my voice is just a little bit tired, but we'll get through it, we'll be fine. But yeah, I know a little bit about Among Us, but not too much. And all I know is that you have to find the traitor, and that's about it. So yeah, it will be interesting, I'm sure. Also, I've been super hyped. I don't know if any of you follow Paralives, but it's this life simulation game that will be probably similar, if not, well, similar but not the same. Like obviously a different style and a different art style, and obviously like mechanics and stuff to it than The Sims. But you know, it will be a similar game to The Sims. I don't know when the development has started. Actually, it must have been quite a while ago, probably 2 years ago, if not longer. Around that time period, I would guess. I don't know. I forget these things. But it's been, yeah, in development ever since, and they've shown us like little snippets of it. There's also a Patreon that you can follow on their Discord server as well, so I can check out all the news. And they have dropped a few days ago like a little creator para, I don't know, the people are gonna be called parafolk, so creator parafolk. I don't actually know what they're gonna call that creator sim mode. Maybe they mentioned it and I just completely, you know, just forgot about it. Definitely possible, but they showed that, and it was very interesting to see how their art style works with creating your own person. It all seemed very detailed, which I'm very excited for. I've watched a few people's reaction videos to it, and I had like the same, not concerns, but like things that I thought about as Plumbella, because she said that what's lacking in The Sims 4, as a lot of us think, is like gameplay, and we haven't seen any gameplay stuff about Paralives yet. And I think she said she's like worried that that's gonna lack, but she also said that's obviously gonna come last in any development. Obviously you have to like get all of the outer shell done before you can showcase gameplay, because for that you would have to have shown the build mode and the create a sim mode or create a parafolk mode before you can show us how they interact. You know, it makes sense to me as well. I feel like that's just a thing for the future, for a future update. But it's just been so exciting to see how it all works and how they interpreted it, and it's just gonna be fun. And even like, I have very high hopes for the game, just because I feel like indie developers often have more abilities to use their creativity to like the full extent. I don't know, I feel like that the person who started Paralives was all by himself at first, and now he definitely has a team of people helping him, but they're not dependent like The Sims is on a big company like EA who tells them how much money they can spend on certain things and how much money they have to earn. I don't know. No, that's not the word, but how much money they have to get, and like how many people have to buy certain things for it to be worth it and stuff like that. So it's definitely more pressure behind it if you are a big company. And I'm just excited because I feel like The Sims 4 has been very lazy on just creating gameplay, and yeah, just creating gameplay that is interesting. I feel like it's lacking so much, and I've talked about that in many of my videos, like only recently. And I feel like if there's a whole bunch of people who are very passionate, I'm sure there's like passionate people on the Sims team, but they will have restrictions. And I feel like if there's a bunch of people who are just very passionate about making a life simulation game, that hopefully we're going to see something that's very creative and like in depth, and it has a lot of like new ideas to us, and it would just be interesting to see. And for the very least, it would be great to have some actual competition for The Sims, because ever since we had The Sims, and you know, the first Sims game was out super early, like years and years and years back, I'm talking, when I was a little child. I feel like it's just good to have competition, because The Sims 4 right now knows that it's like the only real life simulation game. Like, there is a lot of obviously different simulation games, but none of them focus on actual life simulation as The Sims does. Like, there's different simulation games like Stardew Valley and stuff like that, where you can do a whole bunch of different things, but they don't focus on like the life of the person you play themselves. You know, like The Sims, obviously you focus on the career and their friendships, their social standing, their life goals, stuff like that, you know. And there hasn't ever been a game that was like a good competitor for it. So obviously they had like just freedom to do whatever, because if people wanted to play a life simulation game, they had no other game to play. And I feel like Paralives is going to be much cheaper as well. I think they set a price range once, but I don't know if they'll stick to it, because obviously if a game has been in development for longer, they need to make the game more pricey just so they can actually be paid for the work they did, kind of thing. But I feel like with these games you usually get a lot of updates for free, and like usually expansion packs and stuff would be cheaper for games like that. I feel like right at the start they said they would update the game regularly with new content for free, but that was like at the early days, so that might have changed. I don't know anything about that. I'm not too deep into it because I have way too much to do in the meantime, so I can't really get too deep into researching Paralives unless I would make a video about it. And I feel like there's so many people making videos about it that it's just overwhelming to me. And I feel like a lot of people do it better than me as well. Like, what I'd really enjoy doing is giving you a reaction to like a gameplay trailer if they do release that, because I feel like that's where I have most knowledge of not knowledge, but most ideas of what I want. Because for like a creator sim, for the lack of a better word to call a creator sim, something else, for that I have like not a whole bunch of ideas how to make it different or better than The Sims 4, apart from thinking that I feel like a lot of things can't be tweaked enough in The Sims. Like, I feel like all of the noses are pretty generic, and there's things I would like to change about a nose that you're not able to change, and there's no presets that you could use that would make a nose look more like you want it to look. That's why I love using custom presets, and there's also like a bunch of sliders as custom content that you can use. I actually wanted to make a video about using sliders because I remember I got a bunch of sliders one day and I couldn't figure out what to do, and I just I just skipped on that idea. But lately when I created Sims, I've been really wishing that I had certain sliders just for like little tweaks, because I think certain things can make your face look so different, or a Sim's face look so different. Like if you could just tweak the nostrils a little bit, I feel like you can get a very different look to when you don't do it. And yeah, for that reason I might just look into, maybe 2022 is going to be the year of me using sliders. I've already downloaded Build CC, so yeah, who knows where I'm gonna go next. I definitely want to try out some more mods in 2022 as well. I used to be very heavy on playing with mods, and then I kind of stopped because I played The Sims 4 on my channel, and then I think I didn't want too many mods in there that would make it laggy and like annoying to watch. So I kind of like scratched them all, and like certain mods would annoy me because certain parts of them weren't what I wanted in my game, if that makes sense. And it's hard sometimes to remove like single things about a mod and keep certain things in the game. So I scrapped that. And I also, for me, sometimes when I use mods in games, I forget what is a mod and what isn't. And sometimes when I get rid of them, I'm looking for a function in the game to use, and I'm like, I swear that was in the game. And then I remember it was like from a mod. So yeah, has that ever happened to any of you guys? Definitely has to me. But I haven't used mods in a while, and I would be interested in looking at some of them up close. I always used to use like added on traits, which is really fun because I think we don't have enough traits by far in The Sims 4. But yeah, that was just, my thoughts about Paralives. Have you seen it? If you haven't heard about Paralives, I definitely think it's worth it to just check it out and see what it's all about. It's very exciting. I don't know if the art style is gonna be everyone's tea. I love it. I think it's very cute. I've never been a person who used Alpha CC, apart from in the early days where the only CC there was Alpha CC. Because I think it was people that made Sims 3 content, and we didn't have anything like MAXIS Match really in The Sims 3, because The Sims 3 was supposed to look very realistic, even though from today's perspective it obviously doesn't because it aged. But The Sims 4 isn't meant to look very realistic, which makes it pretty timeless because it's just like a cartoony style, and it's very sleek, and it could hold up for a very long time. But if you are into realistic looking people, and you use Alpha CC, I feel like maybe Paralives isn't, like the art style possibly isn't what you would be into, but maybe it is. I don't know. It's just a very it looks very hand-drawn, and I'm really into that. I think it looked super cute. At the end of the last Paralives trailer, there was also one of the para folks interacting with their child, and I just thought that was so cute. Like, you saw a few interactions, and I think that is always so important for a game, to see the little characters interact with each other and see how they programmed all of that. And it looked very cute and promising, and I'm just, I'm excited. I don't know, it will be good to see some competition for The Sims 4, even though The Sims 4 is probably always gonna be bigger because, everyone knows The Sims. But it would just be interesting. And maybe if The Sims sees more people going to games like Paralives, then maybe they will change something about how they go about stuff, because I think for a life simulation game, it's pretty ridiculous how little you get with the base game. Like, it's supposed to be a simulation game about life, but there's so few careers and trades and like things to do that it just feels kind of odd. If you guys haven't played The Sims 4 from the beginning, it was also funny because things like pools weren't even in the base game at first. They updated them like months later, and it's crazy to me. Toddlers, oh my god, I'm just thinking about it. I don't think toddlers were always in the game. I think they went from babies to kids, and then they patched in toddlers at a later point. Just stuff like that. It baffles me now, and I think that's why I didn't play The Sims 4 as much when it came out. I got super hyped and I installed it and I played it, and it felt almost like a step back from The Sims 3 in terms of gameplay. Like, sure, everything looks great, and I've never built in The Sims 3, but I love building in The Sims 4 now, so they've definitely done something right about like the art style and stuff. I really like it. I don't mind, I don't need my Sims to look super realistic because it's a game to me, and it's like fun to play with like cartoonish looking characters, and it's all very cute and just an escape from the real world. So I don't need them to look very realistic, even though if they look very realistic and it would be well done, I don't think I'd be opposed either. But I kind of like the art style they went for, and I think it looks very sleek, all of it, still to this day. Even though, like, if you look at some furniture that they made right at the beginning of The Sims 4, I can definitely see that they've improved their ways of making furniture and clothing for The Sims. I think it looks way better these days than the first few building items did. But yeah, talking about building items, Jesus, I showed you the other week how I downloaded a build CC pack, and might have a confession to make. I did download a few more CC packs, yeah, for build mode, and the last few days at night I've always built a little bit with it. I built this really cute house, and I realized that I have so many houses that I built in my off time, like when I didn't film, because building I just really enjoy in The Sims 4. I think it's so relaxing, and I love interior design in real life, so it's just, you know, it just feels nice to be able to like try out a few different things, and like, I don't know, building houses to me is just very relaxing. And it just, I can combine things that I really love doing, because I love doing something meditative like building a house, you know, something very relaxed but yet a little bit challenging and like creative, and listen to a podcast or music whilst I do it. It's just my favorite thing ever since I was little. I swear when I was younger, I would always sit in my bed in the mornings, and like pretty much all the time I would sit in my bed and like do some crafts and listen to an audiobook. So I feel like it's just the most comforting and fun thing for me to do is just play something that I can listen to a podcast whilst I play that. That's why I like The Sims so much, you know, because I can just sit back, play some Sims. I always have all the sounds in The Sims 4 off. Let me know what gang you're in, you know, are you like game sounds on or off? Because I definitely think maybe it's even split 50-50, who knows. If you're still here, let me know. Do you have your game sounds on or off? Because for me, I just turn them off because I don't really care, and then I can listen to a podcast because The Sims isn't as involving for my brain. Like, I enjoy playing it, but I can still, you know, just take some more information. Sometimes I watch a video or a series or something whilst I play The Sims. I just think it's a perfect game to do that sort of stuff. I also play a lot of other games where I can do that whilst I play. And all other games I usually play with friends. If I can't do that, there's just, oh my god, like I said earlier, there's so many games that I enjoy playing, and sometimes it's funny to me because you only see such a little part of like what I'm interested in, because obviously this is a Sims channel. Sims. I almost said Sims. This is a Sims channel, and you only see that part of me, and I can be very different, you know, like if I play a shooter or something, I can get quite sassy. Not gonna lie. I can be sassy. I usually am not on this channel because we're just having a relaxed time, and I love that side of me too. I love just sitting back with you and relax and talk about, you know, The Sims, because in the end I still love The Sims. It's like I have a love and hate relationship with The Sims 4, but all the previous parts I was like head over heels in love, you know, like Sims 2 is like the love of my life, I would say. Okay. That's how far as I'd go. It's like a shame that it's so hard to play those games today, just because of like the what is it called, like Windows? Is it system? What do you call it in English? I have no idea. Like the operating system, I think that's the word for it in English. Is it? Hopefully. Just because of those, like obviously updating themselves, like having newer versions, and then older games not really working well with them. It's like so hard to make The Sims 2 run well and not crash all the time and have like weird bugs. And it's just a shame because I wish I could play The Sims 2 all the time. It's like such a fun game. If you haven't ever played The Sims 2, maybe just watch some Let's Plays or get it yourself. You can probably get it for quite cheap, and then go through the nightmare of installing it. No, I shouldn't advise for that. You know, it will, yeah, no. You'll have a mental breakdown trying to install The Sims 2 on new PCs or laptops. Maybe not. Maybe just watch Let's Plays if you've never seen anything about The Sims 2, because boy oh boy, that game was dramatic. There was like so much going on. It was just so fun, so wild. There were so many things that just happened unexpectedly. I thought it was personally like really fun that there was an attraction system, so not all Sims could fall in love with another Sim, because maybe your Sim didn't like blonde or grey or black or red hair. You know, you could put that as your Sim's dislikes, or like turn-offs or something. I think they were called turn-offs. And it was so fun to me. I don't know, it's just so interesting that sometimes you'd meet a Sim and your Sim was just like, nope, not into them, definitely not. And you could try what you want, you know, and they just wouldn't click. Whilst in The Sims 4, it's just very easy to get with anyone really. But yeah, I don't know. I just, you know, I need a bit more challenge and a bit more like spontaneous. What is the word? I need things to be more spontaneous. I don't know what the word is for it. Spontaneity? No, I'm just embarrassing myself. I should just stop right here. Good job with this video is coming to an end. Let's just ignore the last few seconds, please. Thank you. Let's never talk about this ever again. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm sorry about my voice kind of, you know, getting weaker at the end. It is what it is. I'm only human. I can only talk so much until my voice just kind of stops working. But I hope you enjoyed the video either way. And if you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. And I will see you all next time. Bye!